guys, welcome back to my channel. So I think this is gonna be like a vlog or like a mishmash of some salon stuff today. It's a bit of a slower week. Post-COVID aesthetics is very different than pre-COVID. I know for like my hairdresser friends, they're like busier than ever because they can't double book anymore, and so they're trying to get like their same number of clients in like sort of less time. For aesthetics, at least for me anyways, it's very different. Some clients didn't come back after having their nails off while we were all off work for so long. For some people, their financial situation has changed. People's kids are home doing school from home. That has changed things a lot. So it's sort of a variety of different reasons has kind of led me to be like not as busy as I once was, which on like the mental health side of things has been really good for me personally because I've been in such a weird place for the last little while. But obviously financially is like not great. But I'm trying to like just make the most of it and make use of my time and kind of look after myself because that's what I need right now. So all that to say, I was off yesterday. I had one client booked for yesterday. Dog hair stuck to my lip. I had one client booked for yesterday, so I texted her and was like, can you come a different day? So she came on Tuesday. Yesterday was Wednesday. I took Wednesday off. And I had a nice like video chat date with one of my best friends, and I went out for lunch with my husband, or like takeaway lunch or whatever. Obviously we're not eating in very many restaurants these days. That was really nice. We went to the gym last night. That was great. So today I'm only working a half day. So I came in, it's like noon. I just got here. Came in at noon. I'm done at 6:30. So not a super long day today. So I have a big box of empties here, just salon stuff that I thought that we could go through. And I have a couple little projects sort of not on the go at the salon, but projects that I've been wanting to get on the go at the salon. So I thought maybe we'll work on some of that today and tomorrow because I have, again, a little bit of a shorter day tomorrow. So anyways, let's dive into some salon empties and I'll show you what I've been going through, and then we'll see where we go from there. So first off, I have it's not a ton of empties, it's just these giant containers. So I went through a bottle of the CND Scrub Fresh. I have these quite often in my empties videos. This is my nail prep that I use to cleanse the surface of the nails before I apply like gel nails or shellac or anything like that. So it's sort of a mixture of like alcohol and acetone. I know a lot of people mix their own. I like to buy this, have for many years. I try to pick it up when it's on sale. So I do already have a full bottle of this on the go. So that's been used up. And then I also have the Awfully Fast, which is their like polish remover slash like gel polish remover. So I usually buy, these often go on sale at the same time. So I usually pick up a big bottle of each when they go on. So I use this as my polish remover, and I also use this to soak off the gel colors. So we're also going through more sanitizer than ever. This is the Excel TB. This is their one-step surface cleaner and disinfectant. I was using this to clean like the surface of my table, doorknobs, gel nail lamps, you know, all the surface things. I'm using this to clean that with. I did pick up their sort of ready to go formula. It's a little bit different than this. Is it Excel? I'm not sure. I picked up something other than this last time because this one wasn't available. However, I do really like this one because it doesn't really have like any scent or anything. The one that I'm using now, I mean, don't smell chemicals, but this one doesn't smell like anything, and I like that. The one that I'm using now has kind of a floral scent, and I'm not loving that. I actually find it a little bit sneezy. So when I'm done that one, I'll probably buy this one again. This is the one that I've used for years, so I really like this one. So I did use that one up. Just going through so many sanitizers and disinfectants and all of that stuff, and I can't always get what I usually use just because availability isn't what it used to be. So use that up. Something else on the go, definitely will repurchase that though. And then I used up a bottle of this hand soap. I got this at Maritime Beauty. This is the Ecological Hand Wash, and it's enriched with aloe vera, and it's an antibacterial hand wash. but because it's got the aloe vera, it's like a moisturizing formula. It's paraben free, it's cruelty free. It doesn't have a ton of ingredients. I really liked this. It's funny because I picked this up just randomly. I was at Maritime Beauty. I think I was buying like this kind of stuff, and they had this on for like, I don't know, $5 or something like that. And I was like, oh, perfect hand wash. And I think I'll definitely buy like a few of these. I really like this, and it's funny because this is what I had sitting on my sink in my treatment room. When my clients come in, I screen them, ask them all the questions, I take their temperature, and then I get them to wash their hands rather than just using a hand sanitizer. So this is the hand wash that I had on that sink, and everybody's like, oh, that hand soap is really nice. It had a nice scent to it. So if you see this, if you work in a salon or you shop at Maritime Beauty and you see this particular hand wash, it is really, really nice. So I'll definitely be repurchasing that. I am using something else right now because you just buy what you can get for hand soap right now. It's like a weird time that you can't buy like very normal things. Like hand soap is really hard to get. It took me like 3 months to be able to buy Spray 9 to do my floors, like just weird things. Anyway, I went through a bottle of the doTERRA grapefruit essential oil. I always have my diffuser going in my treatment room, and I've been trying to kind of run through. I just have such a ridiculous collection of essential oils, and I'm really not like selling the doTERRA anymore. I've let my membership expire, so it's kind of just what I have left, and what I have left is too much. So I've just been kind of picking some scents that are nice, that are very like calming or fresh or uplifting kind of fragrances, and I've been kind of going with those in the diffuser. So I used up a bottle of the grapefruit. I still have like lemon and orange and bergamot. Like I have so many other citruses that I probably won't repurchase this, but it is really nice if you like a citrusy smell. You would like grapefruit. Obviously it smells like grapefruits. Not a whole lot else to say about that, but I did use it up. I won't repurchase it. I am trying to like whittle down that collection to a more like streamlined kind of basic collection that makes a little bit more sense. I used up a package of the medium arbor bands for my e-file. These are what I use on everybody to take down the length of the nail, take the color off of the gel nail before I go in with like my regular hand file. And obviously I've repurchased these. I use them. They come in packs of 100. I go through like a pack in a month basically. And then also for gel nails, I went through I went through a jar of my Breeza clear gel. This is the large pot. I have these in every single Empties video, along with the other two things I'm going to talk about next. This is the gel nail line that I use on 99% of my clients. I love it so much. So I have like 3 of these on backup because it was on sale not that long ago. And then also I went through, these are a couple other like staple products for gel nails. If you watch these videos of mine, you'll see these frequently, time and time again, but I do have a couple other like fun things in here. But this is the Artistic pH Nail Prep. This is the pH Balancing Primer. So it's basically like a little bit of a dehydrator. Dehydrates the surface of the nail so that the product can stick better. I use this for gel nails. I use this for gel polish. I use this anytime I'm applying something to the surface of the nail. I use this. It really helps with adhesion. It's really affordable, and it's like a water consistency, so you don't go through it very quickly. And then I went through a bottle of the Artistic Glossing Gel. This is their Soak Off top coat. This is the top coat I use on 95% of my clients. It's just really shiny. It's really thin, and it stays thin all the way down to the bottom of the bottle. It doesn't get gummy towards the bottom. So because of that, I don't find I go through it super quickly compared to some of the other top coats that I've used in the past that kind of get thick and you only get about half the bottle before it turns into like gum. So I really like this one. I have like at least 2 or 3 on backup, but I always go through at least 1 for every Empties video, as well as my OPI nail adhesive. This is my favorite glue. There goes my fridge. I'm not gonna unplug it this time. Sometimes I'll run over and unplug it. You guys don't care. So this is my favorite nail glue. Oh my gosh, I lost track of what I was talking about. This is the one that I like the best. It sucks that it comes in these tiny bottles. Sometimes I can get it, sometimes I can't, but this is my favorite. It's not so runny that it like goes everywhere like the OPI Mach 5. I find it's just way too fluid. This one I like better for that reason, and I find it dries pretty quick, but not so quick that you can't move the tip around and get it where you want it. So this is my favorite glue. I have at least 4 on backup. I buy like a bunch at a time because every once in a while I'll buy one and I'll open a brand new bottle of it and it's already like hard inside. So I just buy a bunch of them, and then if I get one like that, I just return it. And then lastly, I have, these are always like the fun thing, like what gel colors did you go through? So I have a few gel colors that I went through. So I went through the shellac, what is this called? It's hard to read. Dark Diamonds. This was like a black with silver glitter through it. It's really, really beautiful. This was like a holiday collection. I want to say 2 years ago. They did a whole like gemstone collection. And this was really, really beautiful. So I used this right to the bottom of the bottle. I won't repurchase it because I can't. They don't make it anymore. It was a limited edition, but I've used it completely. I do have another similar color in the Artistic. I don't like it as much. There's not like as much glitter in it, but this was really pretty. So we love a black with some glitter in it. And then I have 2 others here that I probably won't repurchase. I'm not buying a ton of the shellacs anymore because the bottles are so small. These are these are 1/4 ounce bottles, and they cost $2 more than most other gel polishes that come in 1/2 ounce bottles. So for $2 less, I can get twice as much product in another brand. So I used up Hand Fired, which is a beautiful sort of copper color. The bottle is deceiving. It looks like it would be a flat color, but actually it's like, there's a little bit left in here, but I put it in there because it wouldn't be enough to do a whole set, but it's like a metallic-y copper. So I have this one and Untitled Bronze, which is kind of a rosy bronze color. It's really, really beautiful. I really like both of these, but I'm not going to repurchase them because I just can't justify buying these tiny bottles of gel polish. I just can't do it. So what I'm going to do is try and find something similar in either the Artistic line or the Lacket line or something like that, or maybe even Gelish if I get over to the other distributor in town. Somebody's got to have something similar to these. So if you are a nail person, if you're a nail tech, fellow nail tech watching this video, if you have a favorite like copper and like rosy bronze color in another line that's more cost effective, leave that in the comments down below. I would love to know. I'd love to hear from you guys. These are 2 really nice fall colors, but I'm not buying these teeny weeny bottles anymore. Not doing it. So that's it for my empties. I feel like I talked a really long time. I meant for that to be like 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go tidy up my treatment room, get everything ready to roll for my first client, and then we'll jump back on a little later to talk about some organization things. Okay. Hi. I have done my client. I've eaten my lunch. We talked about empties. Now I'll show you what I want to work on. So I brought this from home. This you might recognize. It used to be in my closet / makeup room, whatever you want to call that at the house. Now that I have my new vanity, I didn't need this at the house anymore. It had like makeup things in it. So I brought it into the salon. It matches my desk. It matches my cabinet, my shelving thing over there. Like it just kind of goes with the color of the wood. And I have this mess of junk. As you can see, this gets so dusty because I do gel nails and gel nails are dusty. So I have all these nail art sort of items that are just, I don't mind the containers because I can wipe those down, but I'd like to have everything else in that cabinet. Whether I can make that work, I'm not sure. So I had a bunch of like long, sort of trays that I was going to put in there. Those weren't going to work, but I found 3 of these. They look dirty. I just washed them. They're just stained from makeup and stuff. So I have 3 of those. I can fit 2 per shelf, but I only have 3. Could I fit 2? Would it still close? I can. So let's see how much we can organize into 3 of these containers and go from there. Okay, I'm sitting on the floor now. So here's my little trays. I'd like to move at the very least all of these pigments and C&D like additives into these little trays and get them into the cabinet. So I think I want to organize them by, some of them are pigments, some of them are glitters, some of them are like shimmery pigments. So I think I want to at least kind of put them into those 3 categories, and then we'll see. This also has those in there. It's a lot. Okay, hopefully you guys can see I'm like sitting on the floor. I found 2 more in my office. There's a bookmark in that one for some reason. So I'm just gonna see if I can fit like all the glitters in one, all of the sort of pigments. I definitely need like multiples for some. Okay, so I've kind of got them organized now. These ones are like gonna go in a different category because they're like, they're not really pigments. They're different types of like pieces of glitter, or like this one's like the confetti type. I don't know if you guys can tell. I don't have really good lighting right here. So these ones are kind of like odd. Like those are the little beads. So they're not really glitters. They're not really pigments. So in here, I've got, these ones are just like actual glitter. And then these ones are almost a cross between pigments and glitter. These ones are like the pure, more pigments. It's I've kind of organized them by texture because that kind of depends on how I'm going to use them. So now that they're all off the shelf, I'm going to put these in the cabinet over there, and then I'll see about organizing the rest. Okay, so now I just have a basket of like miscellaneous like nail stuff that needs to be organized into these different containers that are kind of already categorized. So I'm gonna do that. They're mostly glitters or glitter mixes, so they'll go into their little containers. So like a glitter mix would be something like this. It has like the big pieces and the little pieces of glitter. So now these shelves look like this. So I wiped them all off. I've just got my little containers that are all labeled of what they are, except like these two right here are sort of miscellaneous, but at least I can access everything, and it's gonna be so much easier to clean that shelf because I can just pull the containers out, clean it, and I have a tile there that I use for photos and stuff like that. Anyways, and then over here, I've got everything in here. It's a little hard to see, and I'll still have to pull the containers out to actually see what's in there, but I've got like my pigments and my other pigments. And then this was like a bunch of sort of miscellaneous stuff that I was able to fit in that little tray. It's either like overflow of other stuff or these like unicorn skin things that I just don't really use too much. And then I've got my tray of gems back here, and then I've got all my foils organized in that container, which I can access really easily. And then I decided to take the few glitters that were in those pots and just put them up on my shelf with the majority of my other sort of loose glitters, just because otherwise I think I won't end up using them. So is it perfect? No, it never will be until I move and build a salon the way that I want it. But I have very little storage here, so whatever I can do to like just make things easier to find and easier to clean, especially in a COVID world, that's just like more important than ever, to be able to like really clean those shelves like frequently instead of it being like a huge task to do it, and so it doesn't get done and then it fills up with dust and it looks awful. So I'm really happy with that. I have a whole empty drawer in this cabinet, like the bottom of it, there's a drawer. So I haven't decided what I'm gonna put in there. I may put like my overflow of tips in that drawer. I'm not gonna put anything on the top because, as we know, dust collects everywhere, but I'm pretty happy with it. I think that's gonna work well. I hope this was like semi-interesting to watch. I'll probably think I'm gonna sign this vlog, or whatever this was, sign this off here. I have a client coming in about 20 minutes, so I'm gonna get the room ready for her. And yeah, I've really accomplished the task that I set out to do this week, and I did it all in one day, so good for me. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon in another video. Bye.